Hey there, Ben Mankiewicz with you on TCM, where we're ready for another political conspiracy thriller. Up next, the third film in tonight's lineup about Nazis emerging from the shadows to spread their insidious worldview. We reach back more than 8 decades for a picture made just before America's entry into the Second World War. It's from 20th Century Fox in 1941. Fritz Lang directs Manhunt. The story nearly starts off with a bang. A few months before the Nazis invaded Poland and started the Second World War, an English officer, Captain Alan Thorndike, played by Walter Pidgeon, is vacationing in the Bavarian Alps. Thorndike is a big game hunter. While in the Alps, he stumbles across a hidden retreat. And then, quite unexpectedly, he trains his gun sight on its resident, none other than Adolf Hitler. Before Thorndike can act, a Nazi officer tackles him. He's detained, where he encounters a cool-headed Gestapo leader played by George Sanders, and that's just the first few minutes of Manhunt. Manhunt is based on a 1939 novel called Rogue Male by an English thriller writer, Geoffrey Household. Fox snapped up the rights, eyeing it as a project for John Ford. Instead, it wound up in the hands of a director with personal experience dealing with the Nazis, Fritz Lang. Lang had carved out a career in the 1920s as a master of German expressionism with films like Metropolis from 1927. He made M with Peter Lorre in 1931. He continued working in Germany as the Nazis' political influence grew. But in the summer of 1933, after Hitler became chancellor in January, Lang fled, fearful the Nazis would uncover the Jewish blood in his family tree. Lang went first to Paris and not long after that to Hollywood. He quickly established himself as a director in his new home. Fox studio chief Darryl Zanuck took notice. After a pair of successful westerns, Zanuck assigned Lang Manhunt, a film firmly in the director's wheelhouse for making dark thrillers. The production also paired Lang for the first time with an actress who'd become an important collaborator, Joan Bennett. They'd go on to make a trio of highly influential film noirs later in the 1940s. For Manhunt, Bennett is cast as Jerry, a seamstress who assists Thorndike as he tries to evade the Nazis hunting him. I'll have some details on how censors forced changes to Bennett's character after you see the film. From Fox in 1941, with a young Roddy McDowall in his first American screen role, this is Manhunt. As cameras started rolling on Manhunt, the censors at the Production Code Administration expressed serious concerns with the movie. It was pretty clear that Joan Bennett's character, Jerry, was a prostitute. Somewhat absurdly, director Fritz Lang said, "We had to prominently show a sewing machine in her apartment," which I guess proved that for her livelihood, Jerry earned her living making clothes rather than. Here's a scathing indictment of Joseph Breen, who ran the Production Code Office, again, the Hollywood censors. Unbelievably, Breen raised concerns that Nazis were shown in the film to be despicable, while English characters were sympathetic. Breen saw this as a problem. He worried Manhunt could end up being perceived as what was then called a hate picture against the Nazis. Breen consistently argued a lighter touch toward Nazi Germany, with whom we weren't yet at war. The objections led to the on-screen violence experienced by Walter Pidgeon's character to be toned down significantly. Coming up, James Garner is an American intelligence agent targeted by Nazis seeking information about D-Day. 36 Hours, co-starring Eva Marie Saint, is next on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, 36 Hours, then Eye of the Needle, and later, the return of Dr. X. TCM is the cure for what ails you tonight.